Hi, I'm Oscar Fry. This time I would like to talk about overcoming obstacles, succeeding our life. The universe wants us to grow. So what does it do? It puts challenges on our path of evolution. Not to break us, but to burden us to the extent of what we can handle, what we are capable of carrying. Why? Because we are not simply here to be happy, but rather to learn. And unless challenged, we stay away from learning. I believe in the intended beauty of a human life, the sacredness of life, and so the functionality of every split second in a human life. If we meet an obstacle on our way, it is because we apparently needed to come to a standstill. Perhaps we were on the wrong track. When we are stopped in our tracks, we are meant to think and to ask ourselves if something was wrong or not just. Could there be a reason for this happening here and now? Next to karmic considerations, the obstacle was probably believed to be more effective than a happier or more carefree path. And it is the end result of your life in terms of what you have learned, what you could change, what you could do, that counts. And not how happy you actually were. So in the end, after your life show is over and you're back in the heavens, you are very likely to understand the reason or even necessity behind all the difficult moments in your life. And you will be perfectly in peace with that. Such is the perfection of the universe. And our little life is nothing more than a temporary experience. We, as souls, in human form, as human beings, are fabulous instruments designed for spiritual advancement. We only use it less and less for what we are meant to do. The spiritual dimension in general, whether that be practice or theory, is no longer what it once was. We can look back even at ancient cultures and learn that greater importance was given to the spirit world and afterlife thought, ideas, and contemplation. Nowadays, in our modern times, we generally use our mind for simpler things. This shows you that time pushes certain things into the background for some time, while other or new things emerge. Everything is constantly changing. With time, our view on things changes. But we can't just deny our spiritual identity as souls by simply neglecting it or looking the other way. We actually might feel sorry at the moment of death and beyond, when we realize that in our life we didn't give it much attention, if such was our decision. We see in our lives too that time helps you to evolve naturally. Things that you thought important at the age of 20 no longer take that same place in your mind when you're 30 and will have moved further into the background by the age of 40. In this manner, time can be seen as an ally that helps you grow in your thinking while growing older. Typically, when you're 40 and living consciously, you don't want to go back to thinking what you thought when you were 20, because since then you have evolved, and it took great effort getting there. It's only normal you don't want to lose that. In this way, by understanding its functionality, you overcome that time issue, and you turn a menace into an asset, turning challenge into victory by thinking that you are given life to experience things you need to experience, and that you are meant to cultivate at each time a better response to those experiences or challenges that we find on our path. Challenges, obstacles, and problems can sometimes trigger the greatest decisions in your life. When things are really difficult, you might decide to move to a different country with a different job and a new life. And perhaps it turns out to be a magic move, changing your life for the better. The most difficult moments of your life can be remembered as crucial turning points that needed to take place to change a situation that came to maturity, that could no longer be. And so, something that was always unimaginable suddenly becomes possible when you are forced to make a move. In unusual or even extreme situations, we are pushed, forced to take bold action, something we are a lot likely to do, a lot less likely to do when we are absorbed in our daily routine, living our sweet life. A difficulty, yes, might make you suffer, but overriding is what you can and will do with it. If you can take firm action on an issue that you left too long unattended, then the problem came to help you. By making the right changes, one can sometimes change the meaning of one's own life and at the same time make a nice contribution to other people's lives. The hidden gift in misfortune is that it is meant to start a process that will bring you increased awareness and higher consciousness. There is nothing more to be obtained or harvested in life. The same principle applies to when you are physically challenged. You can be so physically challenged that you can't do practically anything anymore. However terrible this must be, even then you can still be the hero of your life by choosing to be righteous in your thoughts and actions and having the power to practice it. What does the hero do then? He chooses righteous action. And when he is losing his body, he is not being conquered by anything or anybody. He is still mentally fit, untouched, independent, and invincible, because our life is not about being physically fit. It's about developing our consciousness. And all you need for being a hero is consciousness. So as long as you can still think, you are still playing the game. And every second counts and has its importance in your life. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. See you next time. Bye.